Have you guys heard of the brand Corkin before? It's actually a first for us, and we're here in Aventura with Marine Connection to check out the brand new 27-foot model. Now, these are designed and built over in Finland, but we're giving you a sneak peek. We want to ask you which of the three is your favorite. Let's go check them out. I want to give you a quick overview of the three models we're going to check out today and the pricing, which you all ask about all the time. This is the 27 Pilot House version, and you can get this one for $189. You have the Onyx V2 down the center. This one's available for $199. And the T-top version over here to the right, you can get this one for $179. That's obviously $1,000. You can get them through Marine Connection, which is the exclusive distributor here in the United States. Any questions that you have, you can reach out to them or check them out online. So one feature that I just noticed that's pretty interesting here is that this whole pilot house is actually pushed to the starboard side. So since it isn't a beamy boat and it's just a 27-footer, they do allow you to have enough space down the port side to be able to walk comfortably and utilize this side door. It is a nice setup, and they balanced it perfectly so it's not leaning over to that starboard side, but pretty cool and something different I haven't seen before actually. As I work my way around the pilot house, you can see what I was talking about. The whole thing is pushed over to the starboard side, balanced incredibly well. I actually just unclipped this thing to show you the sliding glass door, which you can close completely, and you can even open it in the other direction if you'd like. So the entry's over to the starboard side, but now you can open up the port direction and create a rear-facing mezzanine seat. So now opening some compartments, you have this rear seat which doubles up as a storage space, and they even have a compartment there for dive tanks. Obviously you can sit back here and it's a pretty comfortable space. In the transom area, open this up and you have the bilge space. Really nice opening for a 27-footer. You can fit two people in here with absolutely no problem and get to all your pumps with ease for maintenance. Something cool that I noticed is this right here. You have basically a manual backup system to your bilge. So you basically open this plastic piece up, and God forbid your bilge was to fail and you needed to pump water out of the bilge area, you can actually do it manually just like that. All right, so I jumped up on the transom area. The first thing you're gonna notice back here is the single V6 Yamaha 300. It apparently pushes this pilot house to about 50 miles an hour, which is definitely respectable, and it's very nice to have that bow thruster to dock this boat with ease. Also, you have this aluminum ski post to be able to tow a tuber, wakeboarder, anything that you like to do beyond this boat. And then you have easy access in and out with a ladder here on the starboard side and an entrance on both sides. So we notice we have a compartment here on the port side. Open this up and it exposes 3 batteries. So easy to access the batteries here, and we can see why they likely did it. With the weight of the pilot house being to the starboard side, you need to balance this thing out, and the batteries is a great way to do it. One thing I want to highlight is this port side of the pilot house. It has a ton of glass here, so once you're inside, it does give you 360 degrees of clear visibility. Really makes you feel like you're outside even though you're inside. You got a side door here you can close and completely get out of the heat and of the elements if you'd like. And then we'll work our way up towards the bow. You can see they have this angled forward windshield. I assume this has to do something with the aerodynamics of the boat and to be able to deflect water if it's raining, but it's kind of that look that we're used to seeing from boats built out there in the Finland area. Working our way up to the bow, we have a really nice entertainment space to hang out. You can lay back, catch some rays. There's a step right here to be able to get in and out of the boat easily. A windlass, easily accessible here, but the coolest part is when you pull this thing open, if you do decide to beach the boat, add a sandbar or something like that, you can actually push this thing forward and deploy a ladder off the bow. Easy to get in and out of the boat. You don't even have to get back into the water to get up on the boat by the transom. Really well thought out here by Corkin boats. One thing that we noticed here walking through the boat is you have the seat for 2 right here, but there is a piece we just came across that does lift up. Pull this up right there, creating a 3rd seat, and then you have a compartment here with the cushion. So you pull this out, clip the cushion in place, and you have yourself a full row. Working our way forward here, we have a storage compartment right in here. You do have a footrest if you were to need that for this rear bench seat. They do put this piece in here if you did need to reach these bolts for the Helm seats to remove these for any reason. You can easily do so. And then these Helm seats do have the ability to adjust forward, backwards, and you can actually spin them completely back around if you wanted to sit here and hang out with the crew in this direction. Before we make our way over to the helm, we notice we have a very convenient little refrigerator. Under here you can put some bottled waters, any kind of beverages, keep them nice and cold and out of the way. Now I'm sitting in the helm area, and it is a really comfortable fit. It almost feels like you're in a car of some sort. You got 2 Garmin MFDs right here, your vessel view for the Yamaha, your bow thruster, your Bocatech switch panel, fusion head unit here to your left. You have a wireless phone charger here down the center, so you can drop your phone right there. 2 cup holders lit underneath, your compass out front, very clean finishes, and then your hardtop actually has a full sunroof. You can open this thing up all the way if you'd like to get a breeze in here, or close it up if you have the air conditioning pumping. And as you can see, both towards the bow and aft, they do have fusion speakers, so the sound in here has to be really nice with the sound system that they have set up and this pilot house enclosure. So as I drop down into the cabin space, it is pretty nice for a 27-footer, I have to say. You kind of have like a bench seat over here if you wanted to put on your shoes or something like that. You have your step down. You have this cover over the head, so you can use this to put a bag over it or something. Store it, you lift it up if you have to handle some business. You got your sink over here on the starboard side with some storage underneath there as well. And then you have a pretty nice sized berth here. You can sleep 2 with absolutely no problem, and a little privacy curtain if you were to need that for whatever reason. Wink, wink. So not a bad space at all for a 27-footer, I have to say. Very usable, and with AC, I can see it being extremely comfortable. So here we are on the Quarken Boats 27. This is the Onyx V2 version of the T-top. So some of the major differences you're gonna notice is the summer kitchen back here. It has a nice countertop. You can use this to set up drinks, lay out food. But when you crack this thing open, you unveil a nice little sink area, stovetop, great place to cook. You got your cup holders for your drinks on both sides, storage on both ends here, and a trash compartment down the center. Another difference you're gonna notice is this rear-facing seat. Obviously, you can sit back if you're pulling a skier behind the boat. It's a great place to keep eyes on them. But at the same time, you can adjust this backrest. And as you can see, we set up this dining space so you can sit down with your friends, your family, grab some lunch, put some music on, and have a great entertainment space here midship. Getting into more detail of this dining space, as easy as it is to set up, it's super easy to break this down and get it out of the way. Remove this table, remove the stands, and give yourself more open space to run the boat. Obviously, these helm chairs face forward, and when you're navigating the boat, it doesn't get much more comfortable than these right here with the adjustable bottom seat area. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna disassemble the dining table. Obviously, this was open just like this. You close it. What we're gonna do is actually put this backrest over this way, which is going to unveil this storage space right here. So I'm gonna lift this up out of the way, drop this in here, which it has some straps to support it, and then you're just gonna twist these out. And there's 2 clips, one on either side, to pop these away and keep them from rattling. And another thing we noticed, if you actually slide this thing over, this is how you're able to open this compartment, get this cushion out of the way, and I've been dying to see what's under here. So let's go ahead and do it. Crack it open, gives you enough room. As you can see, you have your fuel water separator. This is actually your fuel tank, which seems to be encased in fiberglass. So pretty cool, and a great access to be able to get into all your stuff here with a huge lid, which closes up completely out of the way. Don't even know it's there. Sitting in the helm area of the T-top Onyx V2 version, it gives you the same feel of being inside of an automobile, really nice and comfortable, except you're completely out in the elements, open, although you do have a windshield to block the wind. Other than that, you're out in the water. Honestly, what I like to feel when I'm out here. So a couple things I want to mention. This boat is NMMA certified. It holds 79 gallons of fuel, and our friends over at Marine Connection are the exclusive distributor here in the United States. If there's any other dealers that are looking to pick up a quality brand, those are the guys you're going to want to speak to. Again, you have your Garmin MFDs, same setup with the Yamaha vessel view down the center, your bow thruster, which again is really nice on these single engine boats especially. Bocatech switches, Fusion sound system throughout. You have your throttle, VHF, trim tabs, push buttons, start and stop, and then you have your lanyard right here. So really nice setup on these boats, really comfortable to run around. It's nice to have the different entertainment spaces on something like this where you can spin these things around and really enjoy your friends and family right here. You can be off in the water, jumping in and out, either snorkeling, swimming, spearfishing, whatever you want to do. And then you have another entertainment space, which we're going to look at now off towards the bow. Another thing I wanted to point out about the Onyx V2 version is that you have this satin black powder coating, which is specific to this model. As you can see, a nice oversized hardtop providing a lot of shade. They have Fusion speakers strewed about, so the sound is phenomenal. And then you have your lighting throughout the whole thing, gives it a really nice finish. And again, the most important part, provides a ton of shade for anyone enjoying this boat. Finally, we make our way up to the bow. Again, you have a great seating space up here, and it's a third entertainment spot for anyone that wants to get away from the hustle and bustle going on back there. You got your speakers up here. You can sit back, grab some sun, relax. But a couple of other features besides this chair up here and the windlass, which is nice to have on this boat, is this right here. Again, just like the Pilot House version, if you do beach this boat, you can just push this ladder forward, deploy it off the bow, and now you can get in and out right from here. You don't have to swim around anymore. Makes it really comfortable for that sort of boating. So overall, really nice setup. Which one do you guys like better so far, the open version or the Pilot House? They have these things right here, which you can open up, put some poles in to create a fully shaded area up here in the bow. And as you can see right here towards my feet, you have a base for another table. So you can make this even much more comfortable than it is already with a table and a full cover. Walking into the cabin space of the Onyx V2, we notice that the space is actually identical to the Pilot House. You have a bench, you have your step down, little tabletop over the head, which once you lift there reveals that right there, some storage. You got your sink, berth for two, and all these boats are equipable with AC, so depending on your area or if it's something necessary for you, they can make it happen. So now that we've been on the Pilot House and the Onyx V2, a couple of things that I've liked about each one individually. Obviously, the Pilot House offers an enclosure. It can get your family out of the elements. You can have air conditioning set up in there. If you have small children, it's incredibly comfortable. If it rains, you're out of that and don't have to worry about a thing. But on those clear days, which are normally the days you get out on the water, this Onyx V2 is spectacular. It gives you a ton of space for entertaining, all that exterior element that I personally like when I'm out on the water. And now we're gonna check out the T-top version right here to see what the differences are on this one. So now we're on the final T-top version, and I'm not gonna go through every piece of this one because they do mimic each other. The cabin is pretty much the same, the bow is the same, the helm is the same. Again, comes standard with the bow thruster, which is really nice. So some of the things that we do notice different is first the aluminum piping. This is a standard polished aluminum white hardtop, similar as being the size that it is, providing the great shade that it does. But one thing that I see is that this has 2 helm chairs here instead of 3 compared to the Onyx V2 version. And then a big difference is going to be this rear seating area, which offers an expansive L-shaped bench seat, which is really nice. Instead of having the retractable backrest, you have just an entire cockpit area as seating. You do have the bases here for a dining table as well, and then you can rotate these helm seats to create a really nice dining experience out here. As we step towards the transom, this backrest actually drops forward, creating a nice sized sunbed, opens up this entire area. You can lay out, you can get some sun, some storage space underneath, and then easy access out of the transom to the retractable ladder. You have your ski bar right here and the same V6 300 pushing this boat upwards of 50 miles an hour. So now in the bow area, just to see if we notice any differences, we have same bench seat. We got the bases for your shade poles. We got a base for a table up here. We have our windlass, and then we'll crack this open where we normally have the dive ladder, and well, you look at that. We don't have a dive ladder on this one. You have your anchor rope. This one is not set up for the easy access off the bow. Otherwise, it's pretty much identical to the other models. So it's really nice to have the opportunity to jump on different boats like this, Quarken boats built in Finland. We had no idea this company even existed And in one day, because of Marine Connection, we got to jump on all 3 27-foot models, which is really nice to do it back to back. You can see exactly what the pros and cons are in your individual opinion, obviously. So that's what we like to do, jump on these boats, get as much information as we can for the viewers. We learn every day. We hope you learn every day along with us, and that's the whole point of Center Consoles Only. So that concludes our sea trial with Quarken boats and Marine Connection here in Aventura. We had the pleasure of jumping on all 3 models, which is what we like to do. You can quickly see what the differences are, and we hope we can relay that clearly to all of you watching. So if you guys want more information, leave a comment below. We'll try to answer the questions for you. If not, Marine Connection is the exclusive distributor, as we've mentioned, here in the United States. So they're the ones to contact if you're interested. Again, this boat right here, $179K. We got $199 for that one and $189 for the Pilot House. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again. My name is Alan from Center Consoles Only, and we'll see you soon.